Heard that boy Drizzy was at the Apollo shutting shit down.
Yeah, I heard he was in Harlem and all that.
Yeah, that shit.
Nigga brought out Dipset.
Bro, the set looked insane, bro. Like, I like that whole, take you back, nostalgic. I'm in my room, in my mom's crib or the basement, what I'm saying? My rhyme book, that I feel like that always resonates. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I love when artists do that, man. Like, it's
taking you back to the B-sides, like when Hove had that B-side concert at the Barclays.
Right.
Just the fact that he even had, just speaking on the set, the fact that he even had a set on the Apollo is crazy. Like, if y'all know the Apollo, famous fucking, what do you call it? Not an arena, but, what the fuck would you call the Apollo? Like a theater? I don't know. Let's just go with theater for now. I don't think it's as big as a theater, but it's like a place where they have events. But let's go with theater for now.
I think. Don't get me wrong. The Apollo is legendary, and it's it's amazing that he got a did a show there and stuff like that. But I think it's more for me. It's amazing, seeing or hearing Drizzy do an intimate setting in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could have did that shit in fucking BBQs or fucking, what's that, Irving Plaza?
Word.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It didn't really matter so much that it was the Apollo, but, the Apollo is legendary for what it's legendary for. So, I still do think that that's, a crazy accomplishment.
For sure. And what I was getting at was just the fact that he had a set design at the Apollo. Like,
right.
That stage is typically just the Apollo. It says the Apollo in the backdrop. That's the only thing you get most of the time.
I've never seen, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Like,
I've never seen anybody design it.
Right.
So,
my opinion on it, that nigga Drake want to be from New York. And that's okay.
He want to be from New York?
Yeah, he wants to be from New York.
I mean...
Don't make you say that. Like, why?
Historically, I mean...
Because he does.
You say what, Drvgz? Who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, historically, if we think about it, like, from Kid Cudi to
Travis Scott,
the Travises, I'm pretty sure the list continues on, but I mean, like, who doesn't? Like, we a place of many talents, many cultures, hip hop, the birthplace, and all these different things. So
the birthplace of culture, the birthplace of culture, hip hop culture, which is American culture, which is the world's culture now.
Exactly.
But I mean, you let the rest of the country tell it. Nobody really fuck with New York. We trash according to the rest of the world. But everybody want to come here. Everybody want to, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody want to dress like niggas from here. Everybody want to talk like niggas from here. Man, I was watching Bel Air the other day, just randomly because I was bored. This is random, but I was listening to all the lingo that Will was using in the show. And I have a cousin. I have cousins that's from Philly, like literally born and raised in Philly. Bro, I'm not gonna say I know how they talk to a T, but bruh, some of those things that they were saying in there were definitely born in New York. They came from New York.
I don't know too many Philly niggas personally, but I always kind of thought this, and that's probably why Philly niggas and New York niggas there was always tension there, just in terms of just the average street person or average person and like outside that be outside. But I think just because they both East Coast cities, they both like metropolitan cities on the East Coast, I think the slang was always similar, but it did seem as if like Phil and all our Philly listeners probably gonna get at us for this, but whatever. Shout out to y'all. It's kind of like a borrowed slang from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like it's slang that is similar to New York, but they got their own different words to mean the same thing.
I feel like a lot of places kind of did that, like adopted our lingo a bit and kind of just did a little twist to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the same shit, but they might say it a little different, or like it might have a, you know what I mean? Like but that shit came from here, bro. Like
that's what the internet growing. I mean, the internet getting more popular just maybe like over the last 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. Making the world smaller, people were able to hear different slangs and see different types of lingo that they may not have heard of, but I think it's more of like a universal lingo now. Of course, if you in your different areas in the South and on the West, you got your different niche types of way people talk and the slang they use and the words and references. But for the most part, I remember when I still lived in NY and the phrase "no cap" was becoming like popularized. And I mean, in music, songs and shit, different artists using it, especially from the South. I remember niggas in New York making, you know what I mean? They made declarations of, you ain't gonna never hear me say no cap. I'm from New York. We don't talk like that. And it's like, yo, bro, I get it, but it's more of a universal thing at this point. It ain't even like it's coming from a specific area. We know where it starts, but you got niggas in Germany probably saying no cap. You know what I mean? You got niggas all over the world saying it. So it's not like...
I feel like that's more sort of effect of social media today.
Yeah, so the internet, social media, the internet. But yeah, it's more specifically social media, not just the internet. I would agree.
Yeah, because the average nigga sitting in Alaska on Twitter is definitely talking like a nigga that lives in Bed-Stuy.
And nigga living in Chicago, he talking about his phoneme and shit.
Yeah, all type of shit. Like,
but back to Drake, the set list. Holy cow. Let's just go over some of the shit that was on here. So he performed 41 records. It's a lot of songs. It's a lot of fucking music. And I'm looking at the set list here. And I don't know how accurate this is, but this website that I'm using is saying the songs, but it's also letting me know the time in which he performed it. So if it was his first time ever, it says first time. If it was his first time since a certain year, it says first time since 2001 or whatever. 2011. So first, we're not gonna go through the whole set list because it's 41 songs, but the songs he performed were the ones that goddamn everybody would want to hear if you were a Drake fan. The deep cuts. They call these B-sides, the records that are not his hits, but they're still really good records. Over My Dead Body to start the fucking show, bro. Holy cow. Them chords coming in. Boom. Boom. Like, man. Crazy. Over my dead body. I think I killed everybody in the game last year, man. Fuck it. I was on, no.
That's a legendary.
I think this is the intro to this nigga's second album. And he comes on the song saying he think he killed everybody in the game last year.
Yeah, that took balls because Thank Me Later is, and I'm.
Yeah, you're right. You're not lying. It aged better, but at the time, it wasn't what it is now, and it's still not his best project. But you gotta think too. Drake was killing shit that was beyond his project.
It wasn't he was killing shit. It was his features that was killing shit. So yeah,
he was killing shit. Yeah, exactly. Over My Dead Body, Wu-Tang Forever, Trust Issues, Marvin's Room, Say Something. That's the first hard 5 to get out. God damn. And then you go into the next 5. Feel No Ways, Practice, Jaded, Jungle, Karaoke. Holy shit, bro.
Karaoke, Jaded, and Feel No Ways is
Jungle. Jungle is in there too, bro. And Practice.
He performed Jungle before.
Well, yeah. So this right here says... This is his first time performing Jungle since 2015.
Yeah, I remember. I watched it on YouTube. I remember seeing that shit. But I believe he performed Feel No Ways recently too, but that's not the same. Like it wasn't. That was later. That was years past. That was like fucking. What was the Tyler Creator shit?
I was gonna say I think he performed that at Camp Flog Now when they booed him. That was a song that was playing. It was right. Feel No Ways.
But it's not. It wasn't in the. You know what I'm saying? But still, all the same though. You know, he performed it, but that's just insane, bro.
Wow. It's wild, man. Like he did those, the deep cuts, and then he went into a string of like 20 hits. Fucking best I ever had, over, headlines, hell yeah, fucking right. Started from the bottom, I'm on one, no new friends, energy, know yourself, non-stop, God's plan, laugh now, cry later. Hold on, we're going home, controller went dancing, my feel. God damn, son, like fucking jams. And that was before he started even getting into his like feature records. He got into Wait For You after that. He got into some of the Honestly Nevermind records, Massive, Sticky. And then he brought the Dips out, you know what I mean? He brought the Dipset out live in Harlem.
He bought the ranch and onion dip out. You say he bought the dips? No chips?
Yeah, this nigga Marz is on one, but this nigga making dick jokes. He making fucking chip and dick jokes. Ah, look how it come around. Not chip and dip. Chip and dick jokes.
nigga bought the dips out. Where the chips? I mean, where's the chips? Bitch.
Just sound like a Malibu Most Wanted.
Nigga bought the dips out and came out with Cam's actual pink fur, bro.
Oh shit.
So much so that after the show, this nigga Jim Jones made it a point to let everybody know, yo, Drake is officially the 5th member of Dipset now. For anybody that was wondering, anybody that was putting in applications, it's closed now. Drake is the final member. That shit is just funny, man. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to the Dips. Shout out to Uzi as well. He brought Uzi out. Who else did he bring out? I thought he brought one other person. I can't remember, but shout out to y'all, man.
Still on your block, you niggas know what it is, homie. The 5th on me, I smear bullets at your rail, homie. Put a stack up, or call for backup. It's still HBU, heartbreak, or get cracked up. Money I chase, fuck clearing it out the bank. My niggas run up and chase, duck, take the stab, get the cash, till we escape. Agree with me? If you don't, then go some balls, nigga. Focus on what you got, never dwell on your loss, nigga. Life is hard for a young black man selling drugs. Fuck a hoe just because.